We are live on YouTube, guys.
We are live on TikTok.
Welcome to Vermilion Vitez, where we empower you to build generational wealth. This is my partner, Raimundo Marques, and we have a special guest today, Anish Katwal, CEO and founder of MilliFam. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Nice. What a great night to be here. We got a guest.
What a great night.
About to be guests every night.
Every night.
We're here every night. We are here at 10 from 10:30 p.m. every night. And disclaimer. We need a disclaimer.
You want me to do it? All right. So the information on this website is for informational purposes only. This is not legal, financial, or tax advice. We are simply a consulting company, not a law firm. And now, welcome to the show.
Look, this is a great introduction. We got Vinny. We have Anish Katwal, Raimundo Marques, Vinny Paschoalini, however you want to say it, right? We have three experts in their own individual fields, right? Vinny and I used to be traders. We started our journey out as traders. So it is a privilege to have him here today and explain to you the ins and outs of what the trading world is. Trading Forex, stocks, bonds, you name it. There are a couple key factors that Vinny and I are going to chime in our expertise to show you what it looks like to make a difference in someone's life and contribute to their community, right? So,
Anish, why don't you explain a little bit what MilliFam is about and what big company that you created with all that community coming in together, and tell us about your trading journey a little bit and your company. How did you found it, right?
For sure. Thanks for asking. So I say I started my trading journey around 2012 when I went through a lot of heartbreak and had to look at myself in the mirror and had to decide to learn new skills. And I originally started with crypto, and it wasn't just any crypto. I was like, my mentor, now that I'm realizing who he really is, once I actually learned the game, he's a hardcore like leverage trader. So he taught me all the complicated stuff first. So for example, I was already leverage trading like as my first year, So with all that, I realized I learned a lot of complicated stuff and learned how to trade, like the whole moon bag holding, like just I got scammed so much. I was losing $300 like within minutes. Like it was bad. I was in a degen mode, you would say. I lost about like $81,000, and it was a lot of money, especially someone that had never made that much money before, So it just had to, really, I took a lot of L's. Let's put it that way. I took a lot of L's, and I think we all have in our lives. And, I played a lot of basketball, and basketball kind of showed me that like, you can do a lot as a team, So, MilliFam was a creation that I was just, posting on my Instagram stories, and I was just sharing some of the trading things that I knew, and then all of a sudden people were like, you should start a Discord. So this really just founded by this one particular girl that I've never spoke to except for that day. She was like, you should start it. I'll support you. And literally just that little moment, I was like, this is my sign. So I literally just started a Discord without having too much expectations. I hit up my friends and I told them, I was like, why should I do business with you guys? And they told me, well, the first thing is, we have trust. And I was like, okay. So, I took them on as my partners, and we created MilliFam, which was at the moment, it was just, crypto and sports betting, since we were heavily into sports betting. And this is when, like sports betting has been really, really popular recently. So we started with that. And you know, like I like to grow. I like to grow. So when there's new information coming, new projects happening, new things happening, I'm always open. So I was putting my business out there. You know, the people that were interested, they joined instantly, like literally the first moment of me putting it out, you know. And then after that, it's like no one cared. No one cared for a long time, you know. And then I met one of my friend's dad. He basically is a like he's been trading as well, but once COVID hit, he really honed down on his skills. He really learned the game. So he trades stocks. So he came into my life and he's like, I'm going to teach you day trading. And I was like, what? Like, I'm not trying to get 25% gains, 5%, 15% gains. Like, I'm a complete degen, you know. I'm like thinking like, yo, we're trying to get millions today, you know. So once I accepted that and accepted what a day trader does on a regular basis, I finally figured out like what trading really is. You know, I realized this is the real skill. Like, how do I make money right now? You know, so he put us to I would say about 2 to 3 month course, which was just like this. We would get on live and then we would share our screens, and he would you know, walk us through everything, how to read the charts, how to the whole shebang, you know, like how to read the bots. And once we got comfortable enough, you know, to be able to draw our own lines and, you know, make our own calls. So now, you know, we're experienced traders. So someone just puts out a call, we all know what to do with it. You know,
wow.
Yes.
It's a big mindset that you got to have, because once you click that buy or sell button, you're like, is it going to go my way? Is it not going to go my way? And you start getting anxious. Even if it goes your way, sometimes at the beginning, you're like, should I sell? The mentality of that is just...
Yeah, he so what he started us with is he's like, forget making money. He's like, first of all, forget making money. First, let's learn how to not lose money. You know, or keep it like risk management. How can you lose the least amount of money? You know, so first he was just showing us like, okay, once you enter a trade and you see it going the other way, how fast can you get out? You know, if it's going the other way, how fast can you get out? So you should already have your stop loss, you know, your stop loss, your take profit too. Everything, all of that should already be set up for you, you know. So you have to do your homework. So first of all, you don't just buy the thing because you buy it because it's there, right? You should have already been doing your charting. You should have been looked at the 15 hour, the 2 minutes, the 4 hour, everything. And then you don't buy the stock or whatever the product is at that price. You want it to come down to where you believe it should come down to, you know. So it requires a lot of patience. So by the time when you enter the trade, everything should already be, you know, in line for you.
And you were doing options trading, or you're just doing stock trading at the time? You're doing calls, puts, or different?
I personally have not done option trading. I just watched my friends do it. It looks a little intense, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of perfect, you know, like first 40 days, he just taught us how to go green. You know, like, doesn't matter if you make a dime, if you're up 1 cent, just learn how to go green, you know, green day. So once like I was able to go green for 40 days, like my confidence grew, you know, I was like, yo, I can literally make, like, as long as I'm up 5% every day, if I'm putting in big money, that's a good day, you know? So yeah, it's more about, he teaches us how to get a slice of the pie, you know, and we're watching how the whales move. We're watching how these big players are playing, and we're just getting our little slice of the pie every day. So now if you get 10, 20 of those slices of pie every day, that's a good day.
Ooh, that is true. How long did it take you for you to actually start becoming profitable? Because a lot of people start and they think it's like, all right, I'm going to make money right away. So you said it took you, what, 3 months, 5 months to become actually profitable and seeing those green days come along?
Yeah, I would say at least the 40 days, you know, at least the 40 days. But, you know, he suggested us to start with paper trading, which is, yes, you know, but I just couldn't do it. I did it for one trade and I was like, this is not real money. I don't feel the anxiety. I don't feel the thing. I was like, I'll play with $5 instead.
It looks like for paper trading, we always win. It's like the market knows. It's like when you're doing paper trading anywhere, you could put like $1,000 and it just, oh, you're winning. And then when you do real money, it's like you're not winning.
Yeah.
Because it knows that you're in the market. The market makers know that you're in the market. They know how much money you have. They know how to over leverage you. They can win any time of the day.
Mhm.
So you got to understand who you are in the role when it comes to these markets.
True.
Who are you as the investor? A whale is somebody who has millions of dollars that can affect the market.
Mhm.
So if they put $2-3 million into Bitcoin, that would make a significant move, yes, but it wouldn't make as a significant move as someone who are putting $300 million.
Not at
So
all. You got to follow the
gotta-
whale.
You have to follow the whale. And now, one thing I want to give you, Nish, is right now you are an investor. One thing that you can do, and most people don't think that they can do this because they have an insecurity, right? They're not used to hearing numbers like this. But if you were to be an accredited investor and you went to an attorney, right? And you could go ahead and start a trust fund for anywhere around $100 million to maybe
That's true.
$30 billion. So you may only own 1%
Mhm.
of the trust fund, while your accredited investors own the other 99%. But because you made them money, you're gonna make more money.
What was
So-
that thing you posted today, Ray? 1% of a company is better than 0%.
100% of nothing. 100% of nothing. You could own you could own a company right now. Now, I want to give you guys something about Millifam. Millifam has worked with us, Vermilion Vitez,
Mhm.
with certain structures. A lot of this stuff we're going to remain private, right? These are private conversations between us and Anish. And this is the level that we tell him about. We're like, hey, these are the type of things that you can do. You're seeing the behind the scenes, right? You're watching what we do in actual real time, right? So these conversations, right, are tailored to the specific individual.
Mhm.
If you're into real estate, obviously the options are different. Maybe we tell you, let's go acquire a $30 million apartment complex. Look, in the market is consumed of buyers and sellers,
Mhm.
especially when you talk about trading. But in the actual market of commerce, you need to be both at times. You need to be the buyer that is buying something, because even if you're someone that is going to go fix up an apartment complex, are you going to do it yourself? No, you have to hire construction workers. You have to hire project managers. You have to hire architects. Nothing in life is done by yourself.
No.
You have to create the team, right? So with us and Anish, we tell him, hey, it's better off you get a team of people that will help you elevate at the highest level. And he's doing fantastic. He's doing fantastic. So you got buyers and sellers. Sometimes you are selling a service.
Mhm.
The greatest people are both. Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Jay-Z, all these guys are spending out in the commerce world, right? And they're also buying. They're buying and selling. They're like, here's my music. Hey, here's some money for marketing.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? People who are frugal in the markets don't get the massive benefit because they're too scared to take a chance. You can't be scared to take a chance.
We're young. We could take chances. We could fall and get back up. This is the time to act is now. This
I mean,
is it.
the biggest risk is not taking a risk, you know? It's like it got risky the moment you were born.
Jim Rohn, yeah.
Life is risky.
Life is risky. You know, you're not going to get out alive.
No.
You know? You're going to be stuck in the corner for 100 years, right? Like, so these are the things I need you guys to consider, right? Like, oh, okay, I could never, go get a trust service. Okay, that's fine. That's not the person we're looking for. That makes it easy for us.
Yep.
The people that we look to partner with, and we don't We choose specific people. We tailor specific deals for different people. We let go of a bunch of people. It doesn't matter that you have the money. You also have to have the correct mindset.
Correct.
You
It's
have
just
to
like
have the correct mindset. So
it's just like trading. Anish wouldn't just call anybody to trade. Some people would try trading for a week and then think it's I'm going to get rich in a week. It's not like that. You got to really want it. You got to commit to it. You got to hit the books. You got to study charts every single day. So the person that doesn't commit can't make a change in their lives.
Yep. Just like anything in life, man.
So
Yep.
that is the special scenario between Anish, and we want to let you guys know that everybody has a different scenario, right? The way somebody, like if you look at our website, and we went through it yesterday's episode, right? And we were describing the trust LLC, and then you have like 4 other LLCs underneath it. That would probably be tailored more for a real estate investor. Someone as a trader may only use one LLC and have their accounts. They might have multiple accounts, right? Maybe you invest through the faith-based organization.
Ooh,
You know, there's different ways of going about it.
that is true. That is lovely.
And then what can you do then? Oh, I have $100,000 in my account, right? I have $100,000. I have $3 million in my account, right? Something that Anish has gone through a couple of times. He has these things in his account, right?
Mm-hmm.
What can you do when you're investing? Do you want to sell all your stocks? You go through capital gain.
Yep.
Right? I need you to understand, what can you do? What are the options? Oh, you go to the bank and you go ask Truist, Chase, or Wells Fargo, whoever has the program. I want to collateralize my portfolio.
Ooh, that is beautiful right there. Yes.
Wow.
So
That's game right there.
these are strategies that are tailored for Millifam and its affiliates, the people that are in there right now that don't know about these services. This might be something that you might be interested in, and you know, you can get a consultation with us at any moment. Just reach out. So it doesn't hurt to go find out. At some point, it won't be there. You would rather have the service there than not there at all. And this will be here more frequently. He is not just a special guest with Vermilion Vitez. He is a special partner, and he also does a lot of our advertising. So if you want to go do some advertising, contact Anish and he will get you set up. He does Discord. He doesn't just do Instagram or TikTok. He does it all. He does all different types of advertising. If you're looking for a person, he'll find you the guy.
For sure.
I'm going to put his website when we're done and I edit the video. I'm going to put his website on the bottom. I'm going to put links to it. People are going to see. They're going to check it out. You guys are going to love it. You guys are going to love what he offers. I checked it out myself, and it's amazing.
We call this the Vermilion Vitez Millifam Experience. This is an experience. I want you to know this is an experience. You're experiencing us just as much as we are experiencing you. This is an experience. And God bless you all for being here and being a contribution to us. Just let us know what we can be as a contribution to you. Right?
Now, I was thinking here, look at that. There's any kind of business could be able to do capital funding, right? You're looking at a trader going into a mutual fund to being a different kind of beast, right? So if you're a construction company and you want to take it to the next level and do capital raising, that's already building. That's already building high rises and
goes on, right?
Limit to what you could do.
Vinny, you can also buy the equipment. And what can you do with the equipment? You can lean your own equipment too.
True.
There's nothing wrong with borrowing your own money.
No. You just got to be able to circulate that money throughout all the entities that it needs to go for tax efficiency. That's the only thing they have to learn. They just have to read. Let me ask you, Anish, what trading strategy do you use?
What trading strategy do we use?
If you're allowed to say, if it's not a breach of information.
No, not at all. So we use the basically what I was telling you earlier. You know, slice of the pie strategy. We're not looking for big gains. You know, we're just looking for a good. The soft spot, he says, is from like 5 to 12%. You know, on every trade. And if you're hitting that, then you take 20 trades, you're hitting 18 out of those 20 trades. That's a good day, man. So that's really what he tells us to do, is like really, really, really focus on the risk management. As soon as you see it going the way you don't want it to go, get out. You know, and then what he's told me, like, again, coming from crypto, is like, I was like, hold your bag. We're going to the moon, you know, from being back to like, as soon as you enter a trade, where's my exit? Where is my exit? Where's my exit? Where's my exit? Now it's like a completely different mindset, you know, but I'm actually happy that I have both, because, you know, because there are some plays that you do want to hold, you know, you want, like, to me, I'm still a big crypto guy. So your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, you know, I want to stack. So with those, like, I still have that similar mindset, but I'm also thinking about it like, what about today? What am I eating today? Because that's what matters, right? Today. So now that I have both parts of the world, you know, I feel very confident in just about every trade I take.
Look, back in 2020, there was crude oil. Crude oil had hit its all-time low. They were giving out oil for the free, essentially. Literally, it was around like $12 a barrel or something like that, right? And guess what happened? The Keyline pipeline got shut down. Certain catastrophic incidents happened, right? And guess what happened to crude oil?
Skyrocket.
Yeah. You have to understand fundamental analysis, and you have to sell when you're at the top and buy when you're at the bottom. It tests out your patience.
True to that. It's you can never predict these kind of things. There's always a little manipulation here and there. All of a sudden, you're in a trade, some news happened around the world that somebody programmed, or it actually did happen. Maybe a plane fell, something, stocks go down. It's just crazy how the game is. But again, if you have that mentality of how much am I going to lose in a trade, then you're good. Mm-hmm. But I remember when I started trading, no stop losses.
Oh, wow.
Like, no stop losses. And then I'm like, no, I can't do this. This is...
Now, unless you're literally looking at the screen 24/7, like, you know, you need a stop loss. Now, this is fantastic what you guys are doing, man. Like, coming out here and just sharing this knowledge that you guys have built up all these years, you know? Like, I already feel smarter just talking to you guys.
We provide thinking outside the box at its excellence here at Vermilion Vitez.
We appreciate our guest of honor here with his extensive knowledge on trading. Like, I got a little piece of the inside look of the app, and it's just amazing what they do. And I could confirm it's 100%.
Yeah,
it's 100% legit.
You're missing out. You're missing out.
There's a next level that he's teaching us, and this is for your really, really professional traders that really want to take it seriously. So I'm sure you guys have heard of it, like level 2, where we're pretty much like, before you enter a trade, you can see all the information about who has already put in their trade, you know? So there's a big whale at 51 cents, he's waiting to buy. There's another one at 45, he's waiting to sell. So when you actually understand where others are positioned, bro, you can't lose.
I think I saw that before when I was starting out. It's like a little square chart where it has all the numbers. It's not actually candles, it's just numbers.
Yep.
And it has the order numbers.
Yeah, you don't even need to look at the chart. If you understand that, like, that's like next level. Once you understand where everyone is positioned, where everyone has put in their order, but it hasn't been filled. Once you can read that, like you don't need anything else.
That's game over right there. You just broke the market.
Yeah, but to get to that level, you need to go through all that. You know, you need to read the chart. You need to go there. So then eventually you can understand that without any help, really.
Oh, man. It's so kind of like a more advanced version of supply and demand.
That's exactly what it is.
Yep.
So I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you got to put in the work. You know, there's no way around it. If you want to build muscles, you got to put in the work. If you want to learn a new skill, you got to put in the work. It's just how life is. but we get to learn, bro. We have this human mind that can learn and grow and remember and adapt. So yeah.
Yep. It all comes down to what you want to do. Everybody picks their own choices. Me and Ray got into a different kind of finance. You got into trading. I got into trading too, Ray, as well. So it all depends on what career they want to pursue. And a lot of people give up halfway.
That was a very important step for Vinny and I's journey, right? Because one thing that we did learn through trading was how the markets work. How they were taking our money and how they were giving it to us. We had to learn key players in that industry to be successful. When I left, I had cashed out a little bit over $100,000 in that market to do what Vinny and I are doing now. And we had spent more money on education, books, and the stuff of this nature because we knew we could get more money out of it. It was a better energy exchange in this journey that we are doing now. We got to really know the true secrets, the Rockefeller secret.
Rockefeller method. Yes.
Rockefeller method.
Carnegie.
The Carnegie, the Rothschild.
Ooh.
Who owns the money? If you know these things, you might find out and you might be able to use this information to your advantage.
Man.
Yeah, Millie Fam is doing fantastic. One of the biggest things that Millie Fam is going to want to do in the near future is raise capital. That's where the big players go.
Yep.
Give me some money, is what Derek Whitehead said.
Yeah, right now we've just built the foundation, but yeah, the next step is definitely getting our funds and taking it to the next level. Set
up your SPV and your SPE. If you don't know what those terms are, Google it. That's how you get that.
He's going to Google it.
Special purpose vehicle, a special purpose entity. It's a special purpose entity when it's easy to ask for money. If the money is going somewhere, it's a special purpose vehicle. Exactly.
I mean, you have helped me a lot. You know, it's starting this business. You know, I was just gonna start it like a normal person, you know, but Ray came into my life at the perfect time, and you know, he really showed me the private way, you know, the other way, where I'm much safer as an individual, as well as, you know, I have the ability to raise funding. So, you know, I'm really thankful again, you know, for you to help me out.
We got you here at Vermilion Vitez. So
whatever you need, we're here for you.
At some point, we may actually show you what a trust looks like. At least something of a trust. We could show you a living estate trust, so you guys are a little bit familiar with these documents. And show you who plays the key roles.
We're looking at the new member of Vitez Foundation, our members page.
Yeah,
Anish Katwal, he joined.
We in there. We live.
You got so many secrets there that all you got to do is just take a little bit of time. I know you have a lot of time in your plate that it needs to be focused on trading. Take about 30 minutes a day, go over the documents, maybe look at the capital course. That will maybe spark an idea, a $10 million, a $20 million idea. No, for trading, that's too low, right, Ray? It has to be like 50 million for hedge funds.
100 million. 50
yeah,
million,
it would have to be like 100 million. Like you're looking at 100 million guy right there.
We got somebody in the chat.
Idea.
We got somebody in the chat. Their name is Ask Dr. Cougar.
Learning features is on my list.
They said learning features is on my list.
It's my favorite type of trading. That's literally my favorite type because it reminds me of crypto. We could do it whenever. I'm heavily into futures. So yeah, please support, join.
Benny here has a sailor mouth, if you didn't know.
Sailor mouth? What do you mean?
I'm joking. But definitely.
It's funny when I'm around and I hear people cursing, I go like language. They're like, what the heck?
I'm like, it's English.
Language, please.
English.
English.
English. Give it a little English is what they say in basketball.
A little English.
A little bit elementary.
Elementary.
Elementary. So right now, Anish Katwal just signed up for the Vermilion Vitez library. The membership is really a library.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's a big, that's where me and Benny started out, and we paid a boatload of money for all that information that we're giving it to you at a small price. The only reason what we're charging for is pretty much the interface and how it's been set up, so it's easy for you to access.
Yes, it's just keep the website up and running so you guys could educate yourselves. That's the main reason we're doing that. I even put that on the subscription. Like, this is just so we could keep updating the courses and keep the website online. That's it. That is the only reason. And we're updating. We're putting new courses there all the time. And you guys are going to get more familiar with trust. If I'm not mistaken, if you go to a vault there, you could find something good there.
So I had a question. Let's say, I'm not into business. I'm just, a regular 9-to-5 worker. Like, can I benefit from getting a trust?
Of course, anybody can.
I'll tell you this. First, I would ask the person, right? I would ask you,
what are your goals?
What are your goals? What are you dreaming of having and becoming? So
What do you
tell me,
wanna
let's
do?
say you're a new person, pick something.
Okay, I wanna be a farmer. I want to own some land in the farm and just hang out with my daughters.
Okay, that's a great idea, right? That's a great idea, an amazing thing that you want to do. How are you going to achieve that farm, and how are you going to maintain an operation? Because it's not easy. So as much as you have a big goal, let's break it down how you're going to get there, what you need to learn to get there.
Okay,
Right?
okay. And you guys help with that?
Yes, we do. We try to educate you in what you have to do to get that goal. You want to farm?
So pretty much,
When we say we help, we contribute here at Vermilion Vitez.
Yes.
so you just need a dream. As long as you have a dream, we can help. We can contribute.
Yes.
Yeah, we can give you a massive contribution, meaning that if you're somebody who has a job, maybe you don't need certain things with 6 LLCs, right?
No.
Maybe you just need one LLC that holds all your assets and protects all your assets. It's used as a pass-through to your trust. Maybe something like that, right? Maybe you don't need that and you just need a land trust, right? Maybe you need some land patents.
Goals are easy to accomplish. The problem is that when you get to somebody and you ask them their goals, they don't know what they want and they don't even know how to get there. There's actually this amazing guy. I'm going to put the link down below. I think he's from Europe, and his job, right? He made millions doing this. His job is going around the streets and asking people, what are your goals? Some people don't know. Some people tell him, oh, I want to open up a restaurant. He's like, all right, do you know how to get there? They're like, some of them don't, and he doesn't help. But the ones that do say, yes, I actually am trying to locate a spot and I already have a recipe. And he's like, all right, so let's do this. I'm going to give you my contact information. I'm going to invest in your business and we're going to get this business started if you already have all this set up. So your goals and ideas could come to life. We just have to spark up some different ideas on how to get there. It all comes down to how you manage, where you put your money, and that's basically business. It all costs money nowadays. Nothing is going to be for free, unfortunately.
If you can't buy anything, you just have no money. We don't take it personal here, but it's an energy exchange. The person that has more money has more energy. That's all it is. What these employers are doing at the highest level, and I always say it, at the highest level, are taking away your energy and you're giving it to them. Right?
Okay.
Those are the people we work with. We work with the employer 9 times out of 10. Yes, we may help someone who's going into retirement. Yes, we will help certain individuals set up life insurances. We don't particularly do that. But we work with someone at New York Life. We have connections. We make things happen for you. Things that you don't have to go do and find the research for. We've already done it here at Vermilion Vitez.
True.
It's
Is that
just an amazing time.
any more questions, my farmer friend?
No, I'm just thinking. So what about like if I'm a family man, can you do anything for my family, like protect my my kids, or let's say something were to happen to me, like a life insurance? Like how would I go about that?
Right.
So with the life insurance, what you would do is put it in the trust as a beneficiary.
Mhm.
So when you do pass away, it goes straight to the trust and it becomes tax free. You don't have to worry as much as on taxes. It doesn't just become a life insurance, right? It's a specific policy and you have to work with somebody that knows what they're doing. And that person is going to guide you to a person that is an attorney and it's going to draft up the documents. So you have the maximum benefits on this policy, right?
Got it.
We here at Vermilion Vitez don't do everything. We just know enough to be able to explain it to you, right?
True.
Do we write those documents and drafts? No, we do not.
We have our own team and attorneys and firms that does that for us, that we work as a third party for, but that's it. We don't do it ourselves. They do it for us.
You pay for the best.
You get the best.
You
Do
get
what
the
you do best and leave the best for the rest.
Hey,
That's the rest. Look, do you think the employers are willing to be cheap about it and be like, you know what? I'm going to save $10 an hour and not hire you, and I'm going to go ahead and flip the burgers myself. You think the employer is in doing that? No, you're wasting your energy. You're wasting your time. We are here to tell you that there has to be a shift in perspective for some of you. For some of you, there's others that actually get it. They're like, yeah, no, easy here. The best clients that we ever deal with here at Vermilion Vitez and Millifin, they don't ask many questions other than, is it going to happen and is it going to get done? That's all they care about.
Yep.
There you go.
The people that do reach out, they instantly buy. They're like already in there. They're already, whoever does understand what we're saying, like they know.
They know.
They know.
They go for it.
They know. They don't have many questions. They've done some of the research. They're like, oh, wow, I do want that.
They're kind of waiting for us in a way.
Yeah.
You have to reach
Energetically.
the right person. If they're not, it's like when the student is not ready, there's no teacher. Right? Like we're the teachers right now. And when the student is ready, they'll come to us for that teaching. But right now we're trying to find those students because they're probably thirsty and hungry for some knowledge as well.
Mhm.
We don't go against the grain over here.
Mm-mm.
No.
I am not your master.
No.
I am not your master. If I'm not your master, I'm not your master. Go work for your master. We over here. The person that comes to us, he's like, master. We're like, oh,
No.
yes, student.
No master.
Yes, student. But
The
that's
only
how they were
master is
talking-
God. No master.
that's how they were talking to them.
Oh, yeah.
When you talk about the student
And
and the master, because it was like a sensei. No, I know the story. Come on. Yes, master. Yes.
Raimundo-san.
You and the son. Yeah.
I got the
Hello, son. You in the chat. Hello. So
Also to go a little bit brief explanation about the life insurance. A lot of people don't know if your kid is born, you could get a very well-priced whole life insurance policy on that newborn. Not because everybody's going to think, oh my God, why are you going to get life insurance on the baby? You think he's going to die? No, not because of that, but because when he's 18, the amount of money that's already going to be available to take him to college is going to be over $1 million.
wow.
Anish knows very well that compounding over year generates a lot of money, especially when you do a life insurance policy, which they trade in stocks themselves.
Mhm.
But of course, we leave that to the big companies, the New York Life and JP Morgan, all those big companies, because your money is safe,
Mhm.
right? When you do a life insurance policy with them, with an authorized company, you know that the money is safe. So You could go happy to sleep instead of putting your money aside for your funds for your kid's college on a separate bank account. When he gets 18, let's say you'll probably have 200,000, because along the way, you're probably going to be like, "Ooh, I need some of that," and take it. Now imagine just paying $100 a month for your baby's life insurance policy. By the time he's 18, he's a millionaire.
Wow.
Compounding interest.
And with that money, what will that 18-year-old person do? Right? What would that teenager do with $1 million? Look, it could pay for college tuition. It could pay for his house, her or his first house.
Invested in a business.
It could get invested into a business, depending on the type of person we're talking about here, right? We want you guys to have your own ideas. We are here just to serve you as educational executive consultants. We are here to make a difference to the person that wants to make the difference themselves. We wanted it for ourselves. You have to want it for yourself, right? That this Vermilion Vitez is moving in light speed. We have spoken to many individuals, and Millifam has as well. We have had so many conversations, and when we come up with these questions, these are the questions that we get very common in every meeting. We list out the questions that we hear all the time. What is a life insurance trust, an ILIT? What is an ILIT? That's a great question. That is a great question. What is a 501c3? What is a faith-based organization? What is a land pact? These terms. What is a accredited investor? Wow, what a fantastic
What
question.
is it? Yes.
What is that? What is that? Let's really sit down and take the journey together and discover. We are here as executive consultant educators, executive consultant educators. There we go.
It's a big title.
Executive educators. It's a mouthful for real. So now that we're in this topic, right, Vinny, when you first got into learning the situation, right, and you got into what it is to be financially literate, how many books did you read? How much time did it take you? What were the things and the hurdles that you went over? What were the hurdles that you had to go overcome?
The main was trying to get focus on reading books, because I knew that there was knowledge in there that I needed. And I was a person that hated studying. I went through my whole school, my middle school and high school, just skimming through books,
Same.
right? Just skimming. And like, all I want is a good grade to pass, right? Quizlet was my friend at the time. But you know what? I realized that, man, if I really want to become somebody, I have to start speaking like somebody else. I have to start putting my mind on books. I actually have a little notebook somewhere that it has a list of all the books that I read. I think it's over like 15 in 1 year, which I'm proud of myself. I had no list before. That's 15 books in a year that I had last year, but that's not even counting the PDFs that me and Ray goes over. We go over PDFs of 50 pages long, 100 pages long with
1,000 book pages.
Yeah, case titles and study notes. It's just ongoing reading
When
about
you break the code,
corporations.
right? When you break the code, that would look. When you break
Crack
the
the
code,
code.
when you break the code, it ends up being 1,000-page book.
Crack the code.
No, you break the code. We don't tell them the real. Figure it out yourself.
Oh,
And that right there in itself is a conversation that is red flag. You can't really talk about it. They don't want you knowing where the money really comes from. You know,
True.
You need to look at money mechanics. That's something I will give you.
smart
Understand.
money mechanics. Yep.
Yeah. Learn that. Learn the history, the United States history of what Dale Carnegie and the Rockefellers and J.P. Morgan, they were all best buddies and they were competitors. They actually disagreed a lot. Understand what happened when, they made them split up Standard Oil.
True.
They made Rockefeller split up Standard Oil and change it into what? A lot of trusts.
That's because he was turning it into a monopoly. He was smart. He was buying off every other
still monopolized it
around.
Even after his death. Rockefeller.
They had another one too. Yep.
When I tell you we are giving you Rockefeller
sauce,
we're giving you Barack Obama methods, Joe Biden methods,
Barack Obama methods,
Donald Trump methods. No, they all use it. They all use it. They're all best friends. You over here arguing about politics, and these guys and behind the scenes are eating dinner with each other. Can't stand each other, but will still eat dinner with each other.
Yep.
I need you to know.
I remember the debate. They asked him, he doesn't pay his taxes. He was like, of course I don't. And none of her donors do. We use the same tax code. I mean, if you read the tax code, it's just there. It's like, however, it's like a thick book. It's like thicker than this thing right here. There's so many laws on the IRS that not even actually tax experts are like looking at it and they're like, yeah, I don't know what this means. They got to look at other dictionaries to figure it out. It's a complex book.
Me and Vinny went through the tax code. Me and Vinny have gone through a lot of reading. Trust me.
True.
It's a very
I got a question for Anish Katwal. What was the most amount of money you have lost in a day and the most amount of money you made in a day or a trade? It's totally up to you.
In stocks?
And your max that you lost and the max that you win. We all have that number. Like I lost.
Hey, don't be humble either. Give us the big numbers.
I mean, I told you guys earlier, the biggest loss was the 81K.
81K?
Yeah, I lost it all in one day. Yeah, that's
ouch. No, I feel that, brother.
But like low key, like after I lost it, like my life got better because I was so stressed out about that money for so long that when it lost, like I was just like, all right, whatever. It doesn't matter anymore, right? So I was able to enjoy life again, and I was like, you know what? I think this was my lesson, But pretty much I paid $81,000 lesson. I put it that way. The most I ever made was probably around like 30K.
Oh, in a single trade?
Yeah. This is crypto though.
Great.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. So since I became a stock trader, obviously it's nothing crazy like that. So we're like just trying to go green at this point and just become a profitable trader. So, I'm just making like a few $100s, not because I'm still scarred to like bet big money, So I had to like really hone in on my new skills, and now I'm slowly, using more buying power and plus like I had to focus on the business. So like if you want to be a good trader, like you have to do your homework. You have to be looking at charts the night before. You should already be knowing what news are coming out, what time is coming out. So if you're not doing any of that, you shouldn't be trading. So they say, what is it? 92% of traders lose money, and 8% are successful. So when I first heard that, I was like, obviously, the human in me is like, damn, that's scary, But I'm like, okay, what are this 8% doing then? Like, how are they making money? And, like they must be doing something, right? And then, once I realized what it was, is just doing the homework, reading, just like you guys, just spend that quality time in investing in what you're really doing, and once you do that, everything gets easier, everything.
Top Alley XO said,
that's really smart. I like that.
He said, that's crazy.
Would you agree that once I started trading as well, I started looking at the charts on everything, on Forex. I was looking at, commodities like gold, stocks, crypto. They all flow the same.
Yep.
They all flow the same. If you have one strategy, you can make it far. But like you said, 98 don't make it. Is it 98 or
92?
92 don't make it because they just give up too early.
They're just not doing. I mean, I was part of that 92%, before I really did my homework and stuff. Because what it was like, okay, I would wake up, I go read the Discord. Oh, the people I trust are putting money in this, and I would just look at, if they're believing it, I'm gonna throw some money in there too. And I'll probably go lay back down in bed, maybe eat some cereal. Boom, I look at the trade again, it's already like, way lost. And I'm like, oh, that's really what it is. You're not paying attention, you're not doing the homework, you're just not putting in the work. That's why you're failing. It's a reality. But once you do the work, once you do see your results, just like in school, like once you put in the work, that test becomes easy because you did the work, So it just comes down to it, man. And I think this is such a beautiful game that, like, it's very simple. Like, someone has to lose for someone to make money, So you have to understand that concept. Like, they're all always going to be losers. It's just, do you want to be one of them or do you want to be the winner?
Agreed. That is so true.
It's not easy. It can be very challenging. It's not easy. It can be very challenging, and it can be tedious. But you have to be resilient.
Yeah,
and you have to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
You need to understand that this is what you truly want to do.
No, it's when I was talking to Ray first when we were starting the business, he was explaining to me a lot of things, and I was resisting, just like anyone else. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot at first, It's like, what are these words? What is he talking about? But like everything else, man, you just got to put in the time, listen, talk, join these podcasts, join these meetings, and eventually you'll catch on.
Vinny, you remember this, like around 6 months of our journey, right? I was talking to Anish in the very beginning. I was like, dude, I found it. I was like, hey, remember what I used to say? We did it. Anyways, I think we got it, right? I used to say that notoriously.
This is it. No, it was this is it. This is it.
Like, it could like, honestly, it could be the smallest piece of information. I was excited.
Mm-hmm.
If I made it. And that's how excited you have to be in the journey. But I used to always tell him, this is it. And I would go to Anish because Anish and I have been friends for about 15 years, if you don't know the other.
Yeah.
So Anish would come over, and I'd be like, this is it. I found it. This right here is big. He's like, so what is it? I was like, don't even know how to explain it right now.
Yeah. So hard, bro. We tried so hard.
So even someone like I that is explaining this to you, and Benny that is explaining this to you, right? It took a process of time. This is a process of years of information that we went to read multiple books just to be able to serve it to you on a platter plate.
And now you're explaining it so well now, it's like you can tell the growth.
I appreciate it. Thank you for your support as well. You've been helping us grow our page and, advertise. Really appreciate it.
No, we're big. We're huge now. Vermilion Vitez and Millifam is so huge that we've had to deny clients.
That is true.
Right? We invite you to come. Yes, we will have that conversation, but we will also be straight with you.
Yep.
We will be straight with you. We'll be like, oh, well, this might not be the best fit.
Yeah, I've literally told someone, I guess your stars are just not aligned, bro. Like, I'm sorry, respectfully.
Have you ever tried convincing your friends about, like, let's say, oh, let's go into trading. It's going to be good for you. And all they say is like, nah, man, I don't want it. But then they come to you and say, man, I need to make some more money. I need to do something else to grow.
Bro, they all think I'm a scammer. They stop supporting. The funniest person is actually your own family member, right? So I have a family member. Not really. We don't get along that well, but obviously we're cordial and stuff. And this is when you guys remember Dogecoin going up, right? Crypto was booming, boom, boom, boom. And I told him, I was like, look, put some money in Doge and just cash out. And she was up 15,000. 15,000. That's good money. I was like, yeah, just cash out. At least take good amount of profit. And if you want to leave some in there, leave it just so you don't feel the FOMO of, oh, I sold too early, It's fine. You cashed out, you took your profit, you took an initial investment out, and you still have some to ride. Guess what she did?
She left.
The guy that told her to put the money, she listened then, she bought it. It went up, it's up 15,000. I told her, I was like, yo, this Dogecoin is not it. Like, it's not it. It just has too much circulation. It's just a meme. There's nothing back besides Elon Musk, right? I was like, it's gonna crash eventually. But this was like right at the peak. It was like around 69 cents, 68 cents. I was like, just cash out. Guess what? Her brother, who is not into the scene at all, had just, my uncle, who had also bought it, listening to me, he was like, no, we're gonna be millionaires. Just hold it. Boom. It all went downhill. The Dogecoin went down. And I still told her, I was like, you're still up. Just, you can still take the money. You're still profitable. She don't listen, right? A few years go by. And guess who they come back to?
To you.
The guy that like, I told him everything, what to do. They don't listen when I tell them to buy it or sell it. And then when they're in a sucky situation or whatever they get themselves to, then they come looking for you again. And I'm like, well, why are you looking for me? And then I tell them I have a whole business. I was like, we support it. They were like, oh, who's gonna listen to you? That's literally what she told me. I was like, you literally asked me for help. Like, you know what I mean? And I realized, like, these are your family and friends, man. Like, this is what it is. And now, that's what Millie Fam is about. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna create my own family, and they're all gonna be millionaires, and they're all gonna be smart people like you guys. Like, I'd rather hang out with you guys than them.
Look, I want to say a story real quick, right? And I tell this story almost every chance that I get. But really, Jesus was walking in the desert with his disciples. Jesus, you're with Jesus himself, right? And you're over here complaining. You have the answer right in front of you, right? And they were like, all right. Jesus was like, all right, let's go. We're going to the promised land. These people are crying, whining, griping, owning. Why? Why do we have to do this? Right? Why? Jesus was like, trip canceled. Not even Jesus can take you to the promised land. Not even Jesus can take you to the promised land. Nobody in the world needs saving. You don't need to be saved. No one needs to be saved.
No.
You are where you need to be at this current moment. Wherever that's at, that's how God had it designed. Everything is at a design based off your principles and energy. Get into the Hermetic law. Get into understanding your principles.
Yeah, like, I was telling my friends today, I was like, yo, what if you just woke up and act like God sent you and just walk into every door like that? Like, how different would your life be if you just believe that and you move with that certainty, And that's what I've been trying to do every day. Like, yes, it's hard, but why not? Why not walk into that door saying God? Because he did send me. He did send us, So, and then I have friends like they're just like, they'll wake up and they're like, it's just the exact opposite. It's like, oh, why do we have to go to work? I'm like, bro, you get to go to work. It's such a blessing. Why are you complaining about a blessing that you chose? And if you don't like it, get another job or do something else, And I'm just like, it's just, everyone just full of excuses, bro. It's just every day just full of excuses.
That is so true. Like, I think me and Ray were discussing this topic on a couple of other episodes where people say, oh, I want to change jobs. I want to do this. I want to do that. But they don't do it. They're not willing to make the change. They're willing to complain, but they're not willing to take that step and actually doing something about it. It's much easier to complain about something than actually to take action and do it. Right? It's easier. Very easy to do that. So
what you're not changing, you're choosing.
Ooh.
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
Yeah.
I like that.
You default in making a decision. Decisions are in order of. And if you don't know about this, I advise you to look into Warner Earhart, the person that made the EST training and made what's now Landmark Forum, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, right, if you exercise, right, I want vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream. I want vanilla ice cream because it's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
When you have something in order of, I only like this because I need it, right? I only like this because I that blank, right? Whatever that blank is, whatever you filled in the blank with, it's made it into a decision. But if you want to be powerful and you want to take control over your life and you want to start making a choice, it's different.
Mm-hmm. A lot of
vanilla or chocolate ice cream, too, right? And they're like
choices.
vanilla ice cream. Why? Because I chose vanilla ice cream. That's different. That's a different perspective.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to add on to that. A lot of people don't even realize that there is a choice because their default is just so strong. For example, like in the morning, and maybe you guys do this too. It's like, when you go in the shower, like, do you even realize there's a cold switch? Everyone just naturally goes and turns it hot, but like that's a decision we make every morning. But sometimes you don't even realize you're making that decision. You don't even realize there's a whole different element to the water being cold because you're so naturally looking for the comfort in the warm. So it's like it's literally like that with everything. You wake up, it's really a decision. Do I want to be great or do I want to cry? And like, so yeah, a lot of times it's just like really just paying attention to what's really in front of you.
If you're getting comfortable, you're not growing. Wherever your comfort zone lays at, you're not growing.
That's something that I used to struggle with back then. I called it autopilot. You would take your car to work early in the morning. You didn't even realize how you got to work. You just got to work because you always take the same route.
Yep.
And everything that you do is just so the same. You come in, you eat, you have your breakfast, you go to your bathroom, brush your... It's like, it's so natural. That's autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started going into more motivational videos and mentorships and even brushing with the left instead of the right.
Big one.
That changes your perspective on your head because it's so hard. You're so used to the right side. When you're doing your left side, you're like, am I moving my head or am I moving my arm? It's like, you try it today. Try it today and let me know how it feels. You're like, is it what? But that changed so much when I started doing self-development that it was like, you have to live the day. You can't just go by the day and expect it to end, because then what have you lived?
Bro,
if you're just going and throwing your day away.
Bro,
what are you experiencing? That's the biggest question. What is your experience at this current moment? Do you like that experience?
I used to literally work at IKEA, and I literally felt like that for 9 years. I would just it was all just about surviving the day. I would just literally just trying to survive, and I would never build anything. I'm just like, oh, tomorrow this manager's gonna come. Oh, we have to do this. We have to do this. It's just like constant of just nothing really, like what really like made me quit that job and start this life was one day I was in the shower, right? It was just a normal day. I was in the shower and I was thinking about this girl that I had to deny or accept her vacation. I was like, how people put in PTO, right? I was her manager and I was literally there stressing about like, oh my God, how am I going to tell her this? How am I going to tell her she can't go to her vacation that she goes once a year, every year with her family? I was like literally stressing, not even enjoying my shower. And I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Like, why am I in the shower stressing about this little girl's vacation time? I was like, what is going on? So I went to work and I
will deal with it
when
time comes, right? That's another thing. We always stress our lives, right? I want us to really visit that story real quick. You really stress over something, right? That isn't even at the present moment.
Exactly.
You're worried about something in the past or in the future tense, and you're manifesting it right now to where it's giving you anxiety, stress, pain. And is the pain even real? No one's hurting you.
No, there's a choice.
No one's hurting you, and you're feeling pain. You're like, what do I do? When all you have to do is take a shower. Finish that up, get to work, and you have to say what you have to say.
Yep.
I'm sorry to tell you. Well, I'm really not sorry to tell you. I have to tell you.
You're
not going. And then they're gonna hit you with, okay, I quit.
Yeah, I ended up
replaceable. This position's replaceable anyways.
Exactly. I started thinking like, I was like, okay, what do I have in control? What is in my control? And I was like, this job, everything. I'm choosing this. I was like, forget this. That's literally what was the main reason I quit. Like that. I mean, that was like my breaking point, I would say. So sometimes listen to those breaking points, man. Those are signs. Like anxiety, all that. It's just literally those are your signs. Those are your signs from your body, your life, telling you, yo, this is not it. Like you should be doing something better, bigger, whatever your anxiety is. It's like
Anxiety is not producing the result and taking action. You're not taking enough action, right? Anxiety is self-created from a past or future tense. Think about it. You are a human being, right? I want you to listen to those words. You are a human being. What are you being at this moment? We have to be with each other. We are social creatures, meaning we get the most out of life when we interact. Who are you contributing to? I always bring that word up. Who are you contributing to? You can't contribute to yourself. You have to contribute to the things out in this market. And these are energy exchanges. Learn maritime law, the law of the sea. Learn the bank. That's a sea term. A bank is a sea term. Currency
bank
is a sea term.
Ship.
That's a good one.
No, ship is a sea term. So
money is an exchange.
Money is an exchange of service. So back in the day when we were exchanging our
goods,
food or goods, you would exchange wood for metal, for gold.
Now it's money.
Food, right? But that's what it was. The land of the law of the sea, maritime law, that's what it was all built for. The exchange, the international exchange.
The
dollar bill is just the simplistic version of what we're doing.
Yes.
It's because it started not making sense. Oh, okay, I have metal, you have wood. Okay, mine's more valuable. Why? You know what I mean? It stopped making sense to trade. So then they added currency to make more sense.
Yes, that's true. And just think about it. The only thing that gives money its value, it's the people. That's it.
We do.
Right now, money all over the world is not backed up by gold. So that's the only thing that gives it value. It's me, Ray, it's you that say, yeah, this dollar is worth $1, or else it would be worthless.
Just like anything else, we give it the value.
Yes. And it's
all made up.
Huh?
It's all made up.
It's all made up.
You make it up in this universe. That's one thing people they don't want you knowing right now is that you make it up.
Well, a trust is the only entity as well. It's one of the entities as well that can create money.
Look,
I'm just going to leave it at that.
That is true. And Vinny just gave you guys something that I wasn't interested in giving you. You're going to have to learn about BOEs, promissory notes, and all of that stuff of that nature. Right. But everything
that's all.
Everything is made up, though. The paper, that money is just paper.
Language.
It is energy, though, because paper comes from trees, and trees are energy. You got to understand why it even has an energy. Everything has energy. Everything's made out of atoms. Right. That's another thing you need to. There's levels to this. There's a spiritual level, the currency level, and the spiritual level. They all go together.
They all go together.
So I always ask everyone, what came first, the man or the religion?
Tiff, how you doing in the chat?
It was the man.
Welcome.
When you start reading the Bible, you realize that there is no religion in the Bible. It is talking about principles, right? And not about religion. It talks about the Jewish people, but it doesn't talk specific the religion, right? Like it just says, follow Christ. Be a follower of Christ. Be a follower of God. That's it. You shall have no other gods before me. Follow the 10 commandments and then we shall all be okay. I think I heard this from somebody, from this 103-year-old lady that she gave me a teaching because she was telling me like, oh, you got to follow the commandments and this and that. And I said, you got to follow all 10. And it's really hard if you know all 10 commandments.
If you're Hebrew, it's more than 10, but yeah.
Yeah, the tablets from the beginning. But she said, you don't need all 10 if you just follow the first 2. Because the first 2 is, you shall have no other gods before me, and you shall have no graven image, anything that is in heaven above or earth below. So
What
you
is
follow
above
those 2.
below? That's hermetic too. You need to understand the hermetic principles. What Benny is giving you is some
And
sauce.
she was 103 years old, and she told me that. That's the only thing you need to follow. If you follow them right, everything else just follows through. I love that.
Stop giving them the secrets. That's the one. No,
Vinny,
I had enough with you, Benny. Why are you telling them that shit?
Vinny,
Sorry for TikTok or YouTube that. Anyways, what I was gonna say was, Benny, stop it.
I stopped.
Stop it.
I'm just so excited to be here with you guys.
Just clip it and just let them know we were arguing about it. Stop it. No, Benny. No, Anish. Stop telling them. They don't want to know.
they don't want to know.
They don't want to know. They don't even know. They don't want to know. They want to know, though. No, they don't want to know.
They don't
Which
want
one
to.
is it?
They're gonna want to know when they see the results.
True.
I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this, Benny. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of you telling the secret.
Oh man.
Look what you made me do.
I don't know what I just threw down.
Benny just do it. Look, man. It was a lot of valuable information right here.
It was.
Good.
A lot of times when you're going to go to these gurus that are in our same field as Benny and I, right? You're going to hear a lot of different things, and they're going to tell you, hey, you need to go through all my videos to really understand the information, right? And that's generally true because either you're going to watch all the videos or you're going to read all the books. I recommend you reading the books and doing your own research. That's just me. So we're just here as a pillar of guidance. That's what we are, as the executive educational consultants, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're just a pillar. Hey, we'll guide you in the right direction.
True. And that is what we're here for. You guys are going to have access to our website and to also Millie Fam. Go check it out because you want to join the group. When I mean access it's live. All you got to do is type in the website and you're going to read everything about him, about Ray, about me, what we can bring to the table. No, what was your word, Ray, that you said? How can we contribute to you? That is what we're here for.
Who are you as a contribution? Some people are out here making paintings, right? And this is just I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you another. Now that Benny wants to give everything.
Sauce drop.
So when you are in a world, right? And if you're doing painting, right? Right, just an example. If you're doing painting, what are you contributing to? When I see this painting right here, I get an emotion. You see what I'm saying? If you're a painter, you're contributing, you're a contributor. When I see this painting, I get an emotion, right?
Mm-hmm.
The contribution of what the artist is giving to me at this moment are emotions, right?
Sure.
They're giving me an artwork that tells a story to me. And that's everyone in their own perspective as well. So when you're a construction worker, your contribution is that you are building something, right? Financial, you're taking care of someone's future. See, those are contributions. Life becomes much easier when you understand who you are as a contribution. That will speak to your purpose and your identity, and it will give you direction. We're not going to be here for too long, but like, how many of you guys read 10K forms? How many of you read perspectives? How many of you have heard any of these terminologies before we came into the space? Right? Some of you, this might have been new to you for some of you. C Corp, S Corp, SPV, SPE, right? Accredited investor.
Regulation D.
Regulation D. 506.
Can't give them all the sauce.
So
But there's a
Doesn't
lot of
even
work.
matter. We could give you the whole entire thing.
they're not gonna understand it, though. They're not gonna
I
understand
can
it.
give you the car, the keys, the gas to the vehicle. I can give you the whole thing.
Nah, they're
They
not.
won't know how to drive. They won't know how to drive.
You still wouldn't know how to drive the vehicle. You would have to do years of research to get here. If you're willing to do it, kudos to you. I love it.
Yeah,
That inspires me every day when I see somebody else, and me and Vinny come across these special individuals a lot. We attract these type of individuals a lot.
True.
We do mentorship at a level. We get to know certain people. We're like, hey, okay, that's what you're up to. Let us be a pillar for that. Let us see what we can do for you. Everything in life costs, either if it's money, time, energy.
something.
It all has its currency.
True. Just
Noah's
remember.
Ark.
Go ahead.
Noah's Ark was a ship. Think about it. What was they talking about the ship? Trust. Some of you guys want to do business, but don't trust nobody. How you gonna do business?
That is the whole. I actually had somebody ask me today, like, but if it was a friend of mine, he asked, what if I get a trust? Like, what if my trustee doesn't want to do what I asked them to do? If something happens to me, I'm like, then you don't have trust.
Literally.
Literally, like the word trust says it all. I told him, but he said, but what if he just doesn't? I said, it's his fiduciary duty that he has to do it. Or else he's in default, right? He's without honor. I mean,
Understand your rights.
you got to pick somebody that you trust. So a lot of people think like, oh, I could only pick attorneys. I could only pick people that they're great to be
Then spend the
fiduciary.
money.
Yeah,
No matter what, you're gonna have to spend some type of energy.
exactly. And that is why the wealth keeps circulating on that side, because they only limit it to themselves. But if you have a good partner that you could trust, I see why not. You give him the power of trustee. You're going to be a trustee as well. You just have to trust him.
Mm-hmm.
But no trust. Sad.
Yeah, man.
Well, my friends,
Goodbye.
Peace and
thank
love.
you for joining us at Vermilion Vitez. Please check our website out and check Millifam's website. I'm going to put the link at the end so you guys could hop in and see what it's all about. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Anish Katwal. Thank you, Raimundo Marques.
Thank you.
You guys stay blessed by the best.